Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of Class 12 Arts, and today we will begin with a new chapter and with a very new topic that is related to part A of the Pole Science book, and the name of the chapter is Globalization. So let us proceed then. So about globalization, it can be said that globalization is about the flows of ideas, capital, commodities, and people. That means what? Four factors are related to the reason for globalization. That is, number one is innovative ideas are there behind the success of globalization. Then capital is there. Then exchange of commodities are there, which comes under export import, and the people. So all these are playing an important role that has really worked for the success of globalization. Starting from ideas, number 2 is capital, number 3 commodities, and number 4 the people. So in order to understand globalization in a descriptive way, let us proceed with the introduction part of globalization. The modern world is seen as the world without geographical boundaries and any kind of barriers. That means nowadays, within a very quick span of time, a person can reach to the other part of the world due to the globalization that has actually made the communication process very easy, and we do not feel like having any barriers, any boundaries. There are certain eligibility conditions to go to the outside or the foreign countries. So if we have that eligibility criteria to go, you can go easily because of the advanced communications we have in this 21st century. So point number 1 is about that only, that the modern world, that means the world of today's 21st century, is what kind of world? It is a world without geographical boundaries and any kind of barriers. A person can move from this place to that place within a very quick span of time, and that has become easy due to, or that has become a reality due to the impact of globalization. After that, point number 2, globalization is the integration of world economy and exchanging the ideas, products, technologies, etc. And number 2 point about globalization is that it is the integration of world economy. That means it has integrated, it has joined every economy of the world into one. And when it has been successful in integrating the world economy into one, in that process it has exchanged three most important factors. One is the ideas. That means ideas of each and every individual of different countries have moved on, that have rotated from this place to that place, which has created very innovative ideas due to this globalization. And the second factor, because of the globalization, has produced is the products. The products from other countries can be easily available in our country, and whatever the available resources or products we have in abundance, we can, or we are exporting it to the other countries. In this way, what is happening? The products that anyone or any individual wishes to have, that product can get that easily due to the globalization. And the third thing is that the globalization has done is in terms of technologies. Technologies nowadays are in their peak in this 21st century. So these three things globalization has been very successful in carrying out, starting from innovative ideas, starting from the range of products. The wide range of products are available within a few days, and last but not the least, technology also. Technological wise also, globalization has been very successful in bringing this technology to different parts of the world. Clear? After that, The globalization hit India late but had a huge impact on the nation's economic policies and various other aspects. About India, it is being said that the globalization process, which began in the other parts of the world very early, but it arrived in India a bit lately. This is due to the following reasons, as you can see. Why the globalization process came to India very lately. You can read here that some policy was there of the Indian economy due to which globalization process was not supported. Let us read in order to understand. So Indian economy adopted the policy of restriction after the independence. That means when India got independence in the year 1947, since that time only the Indian government adopted a strict policy that they will not allow any foreign products or foreign markets to invest in their own land, because they had already got a big bit suffering due to the British rule in India. So when they gained independence, at that time only the governments over there had decided that they will not allow any foreign markets to have a hand or have an investment in India. Due to that, they adopted the policy of restriction in these foreign products. But in 1991, due to the economic crisis, the government of India decided to open its market for the foreign investment. But in the year 1991, what happened? There was a severe economic crisis that India was facing. India was actually facing a big economic crisis. So due to this crisis, they need a quick solution. So they thought that if they allow the foreign investment, foreign direct investment, which is also known as FDI, if these foreign companies come and invest in India, they can at least make their economy to some good level, and if they open the market for foreign investment, that will actually help the economy of India to survive. So with that aim in mind, in the year 1991, they opened the investment, or you can say the foreign direct investment, where companies from the foreign countries can come to India and invest here, setting up industries, etc. So in this way, in India it came, the globalization process actually came very lately due to this reason actually, because India since independence adopted a very strict policy on foreign investment, and up to it maintained these strict restrictions from 1947 up to 1991. And the reason for lifting this restriction was that India was going through a tough time. That means it was going through a severe economic crisis. So in order to make their economy to start from that level, they decided that foreign market should be opened and foreign direct investment should be promoted here. So the new economic policies adopted had impact on every sector of Indian economy. So as a result, they were thinking that if they open the foreign direct investment or the foreign investment in India, that would work for the success of Indian economy, and as a result that worked as a success, and not only in one sector but in every sector. Wherever the economy was flattered in that particular sectors, every sectors, the foreign direct investment actually worked. So the policy that they decided that they would allow the foreign direct investment to make investment in India actually worked at that time. Clear? So for that reason, the point number 3 is written that the globalization hit India late but had huge impact on the nation's economic policies and various aspects. So as a result, as they allowed the foreign direct investment, this worked as a miracle and it actually made the Indian economy survive again. Clear? After that, the general definition of globalization. As we have read earlier also, that globalization is about the flows of ideas, capital, commodities and people, in simple words. So in general terms, if you want to understand about globalization, so what would be the definition of globalization? You can write that globalization is the flow of ideas, capital, commodities, people, apart from that also technology, knowledge and information around the globe. That means these 7 things are very much interconnected in order to the flow of globalization. That means if globalization is present all over the world, it is because of these 7 factors, starting from new ideas, then capital, then commodities, then the people, then the technology, knowledge and information around the globe. All these 7 factors are actually flowing from this part to that part of the world. So as a result, globalization has entered into every parts of the world. After that, these flows has taken place throughout the human history. As said earlier, that these flows, what are the flows then? Ideas, capital, commodities, then people, technology, knowledge and information. All these flows have taken place throughout the human history. It is present everywhere. But now the flow is more quick and wider. The connectivity has increased because of the development in communication technology. As I have said you earlier, that a person, an individual, if there is no geographical boundaries, there is no barrier for any individual. If he thinks that I need to go to the United States of America, within a very quick span of time he can book tickets and he can reach the following country within a very quick span of time. So it is possible only due to the advancement in technology, or you can say in the communications technology. So we can say that in 21st century globalization was already quicker, but it has now become more quicker and more wider. The options are there, many options are there, and for the reason it has become more quicker, the globalization process, and the connectivity has also increased due to the advancement or development in communication technology. If connectivity, as I have said, that an individual, if he or she wants to go to the United States of America, he can do that within a very quick span of time and can reach the particular country in a very lesser number of days. So it has happened due to what? Due to the increased development in communication technology. Remember this. So with this I will wind up today's topic. So in today's topic we read about the general terms related to globalization. After that we read about the introduction part, and in relation to introduction part of point number 3, that why the process of globalization has India lately, in order to understand that we have gone through this, that why the globalization process has reached to India very lately. We read about that. After that, lastly, we read about the general terms or the general definition of globalization. Clear? So I hope that whatever the points we have read today about the term globalization, it is now clear to you. So with that I will wind up today's topic. Thank you.